Today we are talking about the star of fame and influence. The star of fame and influence. Who doesn't want to be famous? Who doesn't want to be influential? But you have to know that there are people who are born with this star of being famous and influential. As I say that everybody, anyone born of a woman comes into this world with a star. You have a star, and your star is linked to the day which you are born. As the story of Jesus, we see that the day Jesus was born, there was a star, and the wise men could tell who Jesus was based on the star which was linked to the day which he was born. The day which you're born is the gate of time through which you come into this world, and it speaks concerning your destiny the same way it spoke about Jesus being the King of the Jews. Now, this is why you have your birthday in your birth certificates, in your IDs, and in your passports. It's very, very important. Now, an influencer, how do you know if you're an influencer? I'm going to show you in this video to know if you have the star of fame and influence. These people are very, very important in the society. Media people depend on them. Politics depend on them. An influencer can change the mindsets of people. An influencer has a lot of impact, positively or negatively, in the society. And this is what I'm going to talk about today, the star of fame and influence. Hello guys, thanks for watching. I'm Cleophas Wanyama, Cleo with him, and this is Christian Media, where we bring you news, commentaries, Bible-based teachings, gospel music, plus many more. And if you want to donate to this ministry to support us financially, use the information on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Now, how do you know that you have the star of influence and fame? Now, the star of influence and fame is found in people who are born on Wednesday. If you are born on a Wednesday, you have the star of fame and influence. How do I know that? Get to the Bible. Get to the book of Genesis. What did God create on Wednesday? Wednesday is the fourth day of creation. Now, we're going to look at what God created on the fourth day of creation. God created the sun, the moon, and the stars, and He commanded them to rule the day, rule the night, and to control time. And we all know that everybody who has ever walked on the face of the earth has seen the sun. The sun is visible. If there's something which is very visible to everybody, is the sun and the moon and the stars. Everybody has seen it. So, and God gave them a commandment to rule the day, to rule the night. The sun and the moon and the stars, they have a role of governing. The law of government, the principle of government, is also tied to the sun and the moon and the stars. That's why you find even when Jesus was coming, God said that as long as the sun and the moon will continue to exist, the covenant which I made with Jacob is still in force. It's in the book of Psalms. So we see the sun, the moon, and the stars. They are the gates of time, because God commanded them to mark the day, to mark nights, to mark seasons, to mark years. So the sun, the moon, and the stars are the gates of time. They mark time because the earth rotates around the sun, causing day and night. So you find the sun, the moon, and the stars. Why are they important? Because they are the gate of time. Witchcraft witches know this. Witchcraft, they know these things. Astrologers, they know these things. But Christians, we ignore. And I want you to understand that the sun, the moon, and the stars were not created for witchcraft. They were not created for magicians. They were created to control time, and they still control time till today. So that's why you find a witch can cast a spell using the sun, knowing that the sun was created to control time. This way the psalmist said, the sun shall not smite you by day, the moon shall not smite you the night. David said this. David had this understanding. And the problem, we Christians will live our lives ignoring these principles. We think because Jesus has died, because we are children of God, we ignore these things, and we pay a higher price for our ignorance. Now, people who are born, how do you know if you're born on a Wednesday? Go to the exact calendar of the day which you are born. If you're born in 1990, 1970, 1950, 2000, go and check the exact calendar which you are born. go to the exact month and day which you are born. If the day which you are born falls on a Wednesday, then you have a star of fame and influence. You have a star of fame and influence. Now, these people are gatekeepers. People who are born on Wednesday, they are gatekeepers. Now, as I've said, that the sun, the moon, and the stars, they control time. I have taught this in other series. I hope you'll go and check it on my channel. The sun, the moon, and the stars control time. When you live in the realm of the spirit, there's no time. But when you come to the earthly realm, you have to pass through the gates of time. And for you to pass through the gates of time, you have to pass through the gates of the sun, the moon, and the stars, because they control time. Because the earth rotates. Time moves as the earth moves around the sun. Are you getting me? So this is why I said that the sun, the moon, and the stars, they are the gates of time. And we know that whoever controls time controls everything. Time is very precious. You can lose money and get it back, but when you lose time, you may never recover wasted time. Now, gatekeepers, people who are born on what is, they can be gatekeepers. Who are gatekeepers? Gatekeepers are very influential people. They are gatekeepers in nation. They are gatekeepers in media. They are gatekeepers in the government. They are gatekeepers in different industries. These are the people who run industries. These are the people who have the say, who control things. They can be called deep state. In other words, the deep state, the people who control the shadow cabinet. People are very powerful, who control even presidents. Gatekeepers control even presidents. They can determine who will be the president or who won't be the president. They are that influential. And they may not be popular sometimes. Not all people born on Wednesday are very popular. Yes, you can be popular, but sometimes, depending on how, your star will turn out, you can be a gatekeeper. If you're born on a Wednesday, this star of fame and influence can make you be a gatekeeper. Very influential person. Very famous. Understand? Very famous. This person is very influential, is very famous, and these are people, they can be people who work in governments, because even in governments we have gatekeepers. Gatekeepers can be people who work in governments or even outside government, but they are very influential people. These people are very, very, they have the star of influence. If you work with this kind of person, you become popular. If you bring this kind of a person in your camp, you will win. Understand? Because they have the star of influence. They are very popular. This is a star of influence. The star. So people who are born on a Wednesday, they are very, very, very influential, and they are gatekeepers. Very influential. They are gatekeepers. They can, and I just, as I've just said, because they are gatekeepers, they can work in governments. They can be judges. They can be in the judiciaries. They can also be MPs. They can even be presidents. They can even be governors. It depends. Not necessarily be in politics, but any person born on a Wednesday has that grace of being influential. They are very influential. They are very famous. They do something silly, it goes viral. Everybody talks about them. They are influential in politics. They have the numbers. They can influence politics. They can influence people. They have a huge following. People listen to them. People obey them. They say, star of somebody born on Wednesday. If you are born on a Wednesday, you are a very influential person. And if these traits are not in you, just know your star has been tampered with. Somebody has tampered with the star. Somebody has stolen. And this star, the people who are born Wednesday are usually under attack, because the devil usually goes for these stars to steal them so that to sell to other people. When somebody goes for, to boost his business to a witch doctor, or he goes to, for political, to get to become popular in politics, or to win an election, and goes to a witch doctor or to any fraternities of the devil, what the enemy does. When you hear that somebody has gone to a witch doctor and after that he became popular, or he became famous, or something happened, what happens? The devil, those witch doctors, they go to look for these stars of people who are born on Wednesday and steal them and give them to that particular businessman or politician, and find that particular person flourishes. He becomes famous. Everybody knows him. In politics, everybody is singing about him. His business is boom. Everybody is talking about his business. Why? Because he has the star of influence. It may not be a star. It may be a star which was stolen from somebody. People are born on Wednesday. You need prayer because you carry something very valuable. I'm not saying that other stars are not important. They are important. They are very, very important. But people who are born on Wednesday, they carry unusual fame, unusual influence. And if you find that you don't have it, you are not influential in any way, you are not famous in any way, check your life. Something has been done to you. Maybe that star has been stolen. You may be shocked. Maybe even I don't want to say even the ruler. You might be shocked that someone big somewhere is using your star. This is why I hate witchcraft, because witchcraft is all about exchanging destinies. The devil came to kill, steal, and to destroy. I talked about the 7 stars of God. There are 7 stars. We possess 7 stars. The star of pioneer, I talked about it. You can check it. The star pioneers are born on Sunday. Strategists are born on Monday. The star of stability are born on Tuesday. The star of fame and influence, the one which I'm sharing with you right now, born on Wednesday. Then we have the star of international relations, born on Thursday. The star of marriage and leadership, born on Friday. And the star of accomplishments, born on a Saturday. I'm going to explain them also in my subsequent video. Make sure you follow this series to the end. Now, people who are born on Wednesday, example are Aliko Dangote. You see, Aliko Dangote, very rich, is a gatekeeper, very influential. His money can influence policies of nation. Another example is Will Smith, very popular guy. These people are born on Wednesday. And I want to understand that when you are born on a particular day, it does not tie you into a specific career. It doesn't. You can be in any career, but now in that career you'll find these traits are showing. I hope you're blessed, guys. See you in the next video.